TikTok, it's really unbelievable world. So you can learn, you can know people around the world. So that is really awesome. If you have anything, you can create your idea, you can do your business, you can do a lot of things.
Teacher Jastan, we have Super Dad Peapod. I know that you've probably heard his name before.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, and Teacher Jastan, really quick, I want to say to you that are you already finished with Monique's well-being survey?
No, in fact, I didn't. Because,
okay.
you know, I didn't have that much time. As you know, the school is starting right now in Kurdistan, and you know, me and Meili having lots of things to do. So every day she has lots of exams. So beside that, about my study, you know, when I go to the countryside to teach the students, you know, we have only 3 days. We have only 3 days a week. So there is not that much, you know, huge time for us to compensate the losing time, because we didn't teach anything to the students, as you know, because at the beginning of the school, we didn't start at our right time. So, but now from, I think it has been 1 month, we started with school. So that's not a huge time. We had only 12 days a month. We don't have that much time because
so Teacher Jastan, what I need you to do, because you've been part of IEG and a teacher and your daughter is taught as well, is right now, if you're here listening, we'll have Super Dad Peapod share what he heard from Teacher Andy and Teacher Seth. Could you please just look at the survey, open it up, and just do your best to answer, just boop, 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 reading and complete it. Okay?
But
It'll
just,
take
I
like
want to
5
know
minutes.
something. Teacher Tim, just tell me where I can find that one.
Okay.
Survey.
You got it. I will get it right now to you as Super Dad Peapod is talking. I will send it right to your talk mail in WebTalk.
Great. That will be great.
Super Dad Peapod. The teacher's son, please stay here, okay? Then Super Dad Peapod will say hello to you and he'll reflect. Okay, I'll be right back.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hello, are you there?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, Mr. Peapod. Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, nice to talk to you too. Yeah, where are you from?
I'm from Kurdistan. I'm from Kurdistan.
Oh yeah, this in Afghanistan. Yeah, may I call you?
No. Kurdistan is a region inside Iraq. If you know, we have Iraq. It is a region inside Iraq. It is called Kurdistan.
Okay, region means something like a province in Thailand. It is like the regional area, right?
Yeah, it is a region. It's not, you know, it is not a country. It is just like, you know, Iraq is a city, but my country is smaller than Iraq.
I see.
Yeah.
And may I call you Destin or Zed? Which?
Actually, my real name is Dastan. You can call me whatever you want. Yeah. There's no difference.
I asked because of the culture. It's a cross-cultural communication. I would call people name correctly. That is polite.
Last time.
It's a polite way when we need to know a bit about the cultures and what is the name. Like American, there are three. The first family name or something. So we like to know how to call
Yeah,
their
this
name
is
correctly.
my first name, and the other one is my surname. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just checked in. I heard that you are a teacher.
Yes, I am the teacher of English at high school. I'm
Wow.
teaching English. Yeah.
Yeah. I love talking with teacher, like teacher
Thank you so much.
Andy, yeah, like teacher Andy Smith's teacher team, because this kind of people who can share quite a lot of things. In particular, what I am so interested, like education, because as I am far away from school times over 4 decades. So when we talk with current teachers around the world, yeah, it is something update uh, my thoughts how the current
Right.
school system look like. Yeah, and the more I
That's
listen,
correct.
the more I learn. Yeah.
Sure, you know the important key to improve your English is listening. So I always listen to the native speakers. I'm not native speaker because I'm not from the US or UK, because my mother tongue is not English, but I always make sure to listen to the native speakers. That doesn't mean when I'm an English teacher, I don't need to improve my pronunciation, to collect information from the other people. You know, I always listen to the native speakers. They almost said the most important key is listening. Listening
Yes.
can make a big change with your language, because you know how to
Exactly.
imitate their words correctly, how to pronounce it correctly. So that is why, if you have time, that will be really awesome to listen to the native speakers, how they talk. Just as you mentioned, like teacher Tim, teacher Andy, the other great teachers.
Of course. Of course. Yeah. When we come to this point, I would like to share my idea in terms of power of listening, power of attentive listening, power of genuine listening, whatever you call it. But it's something powerful. It is one out of four basic skill of English foundation. It is something like a passive, basically I divided, yeah, into different group when I mentioned about the English skill in terms of the active, that is speaking, writing, and on the other
Right.
hand, a passive is we listen and read. That is the different part. But listening, in my understanding, is something powerful, because you can learn. You can
Right.
learn people. You can learn people from listening. That is most important. But when teacher Tim mentioned deeply listening, that is more, is a bigger, is higher than the normal listening. Because when you're listening deeply, that means you are trying to connect the dots and you create the new knowledge by your own. That is
Sure.
what important. But a while ago, when you mentioned about what you practiced when you were young, you kept listening to native speakers. Yeah, that's great. I have no objection. But this morning, while I was taking morning walk, I talked with my Thai audiences in terms of
Yeah.
the listening as well. But I think a bit different. Yeah, when we start practicing, I have no objection. We should start
Yeah.
correctly from native speaker. like in Thailand, many parents, they love to send their kids to tutorial school.
Yep.
Hopefully, their children can talk and understand everything from authentic speaker.
Yeah.
That depends. Some family love American accent. Some love the British accent. That's
Glory
fine.
one. I love American accent as well.
That depends. That depends. But anyway,
Yeah, right.
in my opinion, the world changed. Cause let's back to a century ago in Thailand.
Sure.
There were so this is something rare items. Yeah, international company a century ago in Thailand. So you had no chance to speak second language at that time.
Oh.
And if yes, there were only people from America, from England or UK. That is why the paradigm of the parent at that time, they focus on English, British English and American English. But nowadays, the world is so-called one village. We can easily accessible to people around the world, just one finger touch.
Yeah.
And that is why when the world turned to one village, you're supposed to talk privately, talk business with the people around the world with different accents. So
exactly,
even you start practicing from native speaker, that's fine, as I agree. But
right.
what's happening? Because when you run business, who know? You might talk with people from India that's have the Indian accent, and we talk with the Singaporean Singlish. Yeah. So if you listen variety of accent, that is a benefit the people at the old days that never experienced. But nowadays, that is why the beauty of our community, innovative education, global, there are variety of the people from the various country, different accent, different style,
Absolutely.
and a wide range of ages. That's the beauty of our family. It is
Teacher
true.
I agree with you. Listening to the other accents will make you to be able to understand them. So if you don't focus on their accent, you might have difficulty while you're listening to them. I do agree with you. That doesn't mean only native speakers you can listen to them, but I meant for learning. But when you talk to the various accents, like as you said, Singapore or Indian accent, those kind of different accents will make you powerful to understand more people around the world. I do agree with you.
Yeah, thank you. And what is the definition of the language in my view? Yeah, I think about the language is something like a byproduct. It's not something great, but the things that come along with the language is so many. It's culture. It's a way of life. It's belief, religions, politics, and whatever. But all in all, the most important things come along with language is what we are doing now, friendship, connection. That's at the highest levels of when people of the different cultures get together. And what's happening?
We need to break that limit.
Yeah, it's it's unlimited things that when people start with a friendship, money disconnected, the world is so beautiful. When people connected, and what's happened after two people become friends, we can create so many positive, constructive together, unlimited business, education, and others way that we can do together to serve our group, our nation, and we connect the world to be a better place to live through online conversation like this. But anyway, it's from our heart, our friendship. So friendship is something powerful.
So you can overcome every hardships in your life when there will be that friendship between two persons. So everything will be possible.
Yeah.
This is
Exactly.
unbelievable area for us, as every time teacher Tim said, there are not places like this Zoom session, or let's say this live streaming. When we are talking together, we get to know each other. There might be lots of people we don't know them, but when we come to this live streaming and we are talking together, we get to know each other more. We get to understand each other. But through writing, we cannot understand each other.
Sure. Yeah. May I simply interrupt? Yeah. I will say your English is so beautiful.
Thank you, teacher. So I'm teaching for 5 years, but before that, my love with English was so huge. But till now, till this moment, I'm always learning. I'm not stop learning. That
Sure.
doesn't mean when I become a teacher, let's say I'm perfect. Nobody is perfect. We need to research, we need to learn more, we need to collect the knowledge. We don't know. This is just like a school for me. When I'm listening to you, to the teacher Tim, teacher Andy, the other teachers, this is just like a school for me. I don't need to say I'm perfect.
Yeah, that is great. That is great. But actually, whenever someone mentioned me as a teacher, I feel something. I don't know how to say, but because I feel I'm not a teacher until a day I went to a university where teacher Tim used to be an advisor there, and I saw a banner. I saw a banner in front of the university. It said that everyone is educated. Okay, that make me more comfortable whenever people call me teacher, because it said that everyone is educated. Educator is not just limited in school, university, academy.
Right.
No, everyone can share the knowledge in so-called knowledge-based society. And so I would share actually when Andy and Seth share a long time this morning. And when teacher Andy Smith, he asked me, what kind of the things I got from their long conversation. I told him it's a tons of the knowledges that I got, because they share the variety of things naturally. And then, as you said, I totally agree, because we need badly to learn lifetime, because of we are in the revolving globes that change all the times. If we stop there 4 days, we will be left behind. And then I love the one proverb that is said that not all classroom have 4 walls. And
Sure, like
that is a
folk.
fact. Yeah, and what we are doing now, we learn absolutely out of 4 wall classroom. And I would like to share more. Basically, I am engineer. Yeah, education is only happens when I was very young as student, but I worked in constructions for 4 decades, and then along the way I kept learning, lifelong learning, and then a couple of months ago I shared this idea with my friends who is an advisor in a university. He told me about the learning framework or learning model. About the period of time, the learning will be divided into 3 portions. And what we learn from classroom, it's just only 10%. That is a formal learning. Okay, you learn from book, from teacher, from school system. But the second portion is bigger, because you have to share knowledge with peer, with your colleague, with your friends, and whoever you met. It is so-called the exposure learning. You expose yourself, and you talk, you share, you learn. That is another 20%. And how about the 70%? That is about the if I connect the dot, it is a major portion of the learning framework. 70%. It is what we are doing now.
Exactly.
It's so-called experiential learning. We learn from experience. And then when my friend told me about this experiential learning, it's quite new for me. So I go in depth, and I would like to know experiential learning, how different from exposure learning. So now I understand, because experiential learning is not about the self-learning. It's something people work together, like in a workplace, colleague work and try to solve something together. And individual got his or her experience. And after they experience, they get together. They get together and share, reflection, brainstorming. And that is the process of the experiential learning. That is very beautiful. So in your school times, you graduate more or less 20 years. That is about the formal education, 10%. And how about the 40 years later, after graduation till the retirement? Most of all is from experiential learning. Yeah, that is what I would like to share.
That's really beautiful. You know, Mr. Pipat, I want to say something that's really correct. So inside 4 wall classes, the student doesn't have that opportunity to practice that language. So even not only English language, I mean the other department. Let's say that that person becomes history, a teacher of history. So if she doesn't go to practice, let's say experience his lesson in a real life, she won't be able to understand what is it, because the things in a real life is much different than the things that we are studying in the college, or let's say in the university. There is a huge difference. So as I told you before, when I was in the university, the things that I studied, it was really awesome and beautiful. I got benefit from them. But when I came to practice them in my real life, just as when I found friends around the world, even before joining Web Talk, I have many friends around the world. I talked with them in English because their mother tongue is not English. You know, that was really beautiful. That was golden opportunity for me to practice my language. That is right. I was in the English department, but believe me, it was not like that when I was talking to someone in English language, because I was practicing the things that I learned in the university. So if you don't use them, you will forget them easily. So the language and every career is about practicing. If you graduate this year, if you leave, working on your, certificate, you will forget everything. I have many friends, they were with me when I was at high school. That's right. I got my career. I got my suitable job. Thanks God. I used my knowledge. But most of them, they couldn't find their career, their suitable career. That is why they said we forgot everything. That is why I'm agree again with you. It was really great explanation, Mr. Pipat. So, Mr. Pipad, I can't hear you. Can you unmute your mic?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, practicing is key. Sure. And then I would like to share a bit of what teacher Tim mentioned a couple of days ago. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
About the curriculum. Curriculum, in his point of view, is something that students love to learn.
Right.
Yeah, I try to connect the dot. Yeah, when I heard teacher Tim mention very simple sentence, curriculum, program. It is something.
Yeah.
It is something in his point of view is the thing students love. Love is a big word. Love that open-minded. Yes. And how about the what's happened in many countries that who plan everything for them. That is like a one-way communication from the top of management of the Ministry of Education, and not reflect the truth of the education, the true meanings of education. So I try to connect to the another official word, two words is student-centered education or student-centric or teacher-centered education. Yeah, that is the things in our country. We tried for many decades to change the approach education from teacher-centered. We try to change the grammatical examination to something like a practical examination. That is not still not yet effective, because it's going to change like a paradigm, the way of thinking of the people. So the process about education is time-taking process. It's not just only change just overnight or the very short period of times. It needs to absorb and need to continuously educate people from generation to generation. Yeah, we cannot expect the big change in few days or even decades, right? And then when we come to the English, I would like to add a little bit more about my understanding about the language. Like I mentioned, it's something like a byproduct. It is I never refuse its importance, yes, but I see a big picture. When you start to be a beginner using the second language, you become the bilingualism. Yeah, but in my point of view, English is not just only grammar and rules. Teacher Tim mentioned grammar and rule is
Absolutely,
nothing,
that's correct.
nothing. But we have to think about the practical usage. And when you talk with the people, even in your mother tongue, you can talk 100%. Yeah, native
Sure.
speaker in your mother tongue. But how about the other factors need to make the effective communication? You're supposed to know their perception, their mindset, their family background, and whatever. And how to use appropriate words. Appropriate words. You talk
Sure.
with small kids, you talk with elderly. Yeah, you're supposed to use different words because you have to show something respect to the elderly. That is appropriate words. And how to make public speaking. It's a
Right.
bit official. You need to practice. As you said, practicing is key. How to make a public speaking, how you make oral presentation in front of the hundreds of people. And that what happened in our previous Facebook homepage created by Teacher Tim, the True English Speaking Club. True. Teacher Tim intend to name it True because most of the platform, most of the Facebook allow you to post, allow you to share, but it's not provide you an opportunity to show public speaking. So Teacher Tim called the True English Speaking Club platform on Facebook as global platform. And that is what a very beautiful idea. And I got hooked by his idea. Because if you brave enough to show up on global stage, you destroy, you break down something called fear.
Yes.
And you get
shyness.
something shyness, and you gain the most important skill that the Teacher Team call the fifth skill. Is higher than the fourth skill of the English. Listen, reading, writing. Yeah, the four foundation. We come to the fifth skill. And if you have the fifth skill of self-confidence, you can do everything. That is what most important when Teacher Tim create this global stage called the True English Speaking Club. And that was a beautiful memory that what I try to expand his idea. I try to listen. I try to watch every moment in there and create my Thai program. I digest everything and try to simply explain to Thai people what happened in the other platform called True English Speaking Club. Yes.
Yeah, I do agree. You know, Mr. Pipat, that's correct. As you said, the curriculum won't give you that much opportunity to learn. So in my country, we don't have that much time in the school. Let's say there are lots of approach inside the curriculum, but we don't have that much time. But I still try to use those approaches inside the class because I want to make a suitable environment for the students to learn and to love the material. Before learning, I want to push them to love the subject because if they don't have love for that subject, they won't learn. That's why I'm agree with Teacher Tim. So yeah, it is about practicing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for sharing that. It's a beautiful today, and then having another chance to talk with the people from another different location, different continent in this world, and it taught me quite a lot. Whenever you acquire, I rather say acquire instead of learn because we can learn the thing unlimited. Like I learning now, and it's a true lifelong learning. Yeah, and I think the audience who are watching and someone who might watch our recording, we will learn and if they think along to what we sharing between the people from the different part of the world and different generation. I'm approaching 60. Yeah, it's up. Now we are bridging the gap, and we try to find something in common. And surely that would be beneficial to people who are watching and listening to us. And let's back to web talk here. I learned quite a lot when teacher Andy and teacher Asit share each other. They share many of things, and I deeply listen. I pick up some benefit. Today, I learn more, and it's something like a shortcut when you listen. If you read, if you research by yourself, it's time taking as well. But when you listen, the people who are sharing about there's something they love and they have like a passion. So as a listener, you can get the very simple and informative data from the both of them. And then the things they share, they did not mention much about money, web talk, but the key is opportunity. That is a big word because we challenge a newcomer to join the web talk, and now we set up the IEG using a brand new platform called web talk. We are giving what? We are giving opportunity to the people to know about this good platform. That if you put your attempt, you share the invaluable message. That is, you create and you sacrifice yourself, to do something good for the humanitarians. And web talk values your time.
Of course,
and,
I do agree.
and web talk return like a revenue to one who try to put their effort doing something good. That is very, very beautiful, the platform, and that people will know more and more. And that is another thing, the big words, opportunity. We are opportunity provider to a human being. Yes.
That's really, if teacher Tim still remember, when I came to join Web Talk, at first I said I don't care about money. I think he didn't believe me. But I found more than money inside Web Talk. So it is a glory. It is, I don't know how can describe that sense in my heart toward this platform. It gave me more than money. I know there are things like this inside Web Talk, but my goal was not like that, to come here to collect money. So this is a golden opportunity, as you said. It gives you opportunity to talk with people, educated people around the world. That's enough for me. If I have something useful, I want to send my message to the people who needs me. That's my main goal, more than money. I don't care. I still say I don't care. This is really a glory that I'm talking with Mr. Pipa right now, and the other people, beautiful and respectful people around the world. That's enough for me. If there will be chance in the near future, inshallah, the things will going like before. I'll come again and do my classes, and I'll teach the students again. I'll have my discussion classes again. I'm not giving up easily, but as I said, I'll wait the right time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Sure.
Peapat.
you're most welcome. You're showing you are a kind of the can-do attitude with people with a can-do attitude. You never give up, as you said. That is a very beautiful words to tell the people. The show must go on. Yeah. Any obstructions, yeah, we never give up, so we can get through it surely. And yeah, yesterday, yeah, I just talked with Seth Richard from Philadelphia. He just joined our IEG, yeah, for the first time. Yeah, I totally agree, because money is nothing. Like teacher team also mentioned, and every times when we talking about any platform, we start from Facebook Live, we start from the other different platform, and when we come to web talk, we still talk the same thing. There's zero money needed in here. Is we detached from the money. We mentioned about the donation base. We mentioned about the compassion. Whatever is something very constructive when we are helping the other and giving them opportunity. Yesterday, I shared with Seth one proverb. It's a long time. It's about the when we give the opportunity, that's mean we are giving a man a fish, yeah, and you feed him for a day. If you do like that, if you give money to someone, he will use it up only few days. But how about if we teach a man to fish and you feed them for a lifetime? That is opportunity, education opportunity. Because if the people can make use of the our platform, our IEG, and then someone immersed in our society and kept listening the English speaking conversation all the times, and they can improve their competency in practical usage of English. And if so, they can get the higher promotion in their workplace here, everywhere.
Correct.
Because you got the very powerful tool called English. You can connect more people. You can unlock more their door to a world of knowledge. That is golden key. English is so-called golden key, and you can make use of English to get in touch with the people who can speak a common language called English. That is opportunity. It's far away from money. Money is nothing. Yeah, I confirm.
So thank you, Teacher Tim. Thank you, Mr. Pipat. Actually, now I gotta go. I'm sorry, and it was really nice to be here and to talk to you both and sharing different ideas with Mr. Pipat. So it was really, awesome moments in my life. Thank you so much.
Yeah, me too. I feel that, yes. Thank you. Thank you. สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
Teacher
Namaste.
In your talk mail, okay, in your talk mail is the well-being survey. Take your time, couple days.